Get ready for the ultimate non-ironic tier list of ethical theories. The field of normative ethics in philosophy, among other things, tries to find the best theories for what is right and wrong to do. Without further ado, let's jump right into it. Let us start with a well-known case, Kantian deontology. If you are interested in ethics, you've probably at some point heard about Kant's ethics and the famous categorical imperative. So on the plus side, there's the huge impact the German philosopher had on ethics, as well as his focus on human dignity and universal rights. That should put him in the higher tiers, right? But Kant also firmly believed that masturbating is morally wrong because it amounts to using oneself merely as a means. That's a really sad life, therefore F tier. Next, Bentham's utilitarianism. Not very complicated, even a kid can understand it. Suffering is bad, happiness is good, easy peasy. We should act in such a way that maximizes happiness and minimizes suffering, and not only for humans but for all sentient beings. Because in Bentham's utilitarianism, everyone matters the same. But wait a minute, if the right thing to do is to maximize happiness and minimize suffering, really any kind of happiness and suffering, shouldn't we just have billions or trillions of rats, pump them full of cocaine so that they have a really good time until they die? That sounds awesome. A tier. You don't think giving trillions of rats cocaine is the right thing to do? Then maybe Peter Singer's preference utilitarianism is more up your alley. It's not just about suffering and happiness, Singer says, but it's about well-informed preferences. And a human's preference can be much more sophisticated and thus be much more valuable than rats on cocaine. But what about humans who don't have sophisticated interests because they are either impaired or, Dragon Ball fans? Does that mean they matter less? Well, indeed, Singer thinks that the interests of young babies and mentally handicapped people shouldn't count that much. Very bad look. D tier. Enough with that utilitarianism nonsense. Let us turn to something that has more character. Aristotelian virtue ethics. Oh, the long forgotten theory of virtue ethics. Just be a good person. It can't be that hard, right? Being too cowardly is bad, but being too courageous can also cost you your life. So just be something in the middle of those two extremes. Easy peasy. Case closed. But what are the actual implications for my actions? What should I do? How should I act? Do I need to figure this all out by myself? Seems like too much of a hassle. B tier. You want to know exactly what you have to do? Take divine command theory. Easily the best theory. Direct S tier. Want to know what is right and wrong? Ask God. Easy as that. What should you do with your life? God. How much should you donate? God. Are you allowed to eat meat? God. Wait, what was that? Euthyphron dilemma? Sorry, I think you're cutting out. I can't... Don't know what that was all about, but as you all know, thanks to our boy Friedrich, God is dead and we have killed him. So we need an ethical framework that works without him. So here comes contract theory to the rescue. The idea is simple. We should comply with moral norms because we would have ideally consented to such norms, as it is in our best interest to do so. Morality as a social contract. A nice and easy ethical theory without appeal to God. But wait, would anyone actually want to sign such a contract? And what about kids and people with disabilities who might not be able to do so? Ah shoot, not again. D tier. Did you notice something in the theories that we ranked? A sausage fest. Mostly old white dudes, some even dead, telling people what to do. That's no good, so let's take a look at care ethics. As a remedy to male-dominated rationalist theories, care ethics comes into the picture to show cold-hearted, hyper-rational white dudes that they actually have feelings, and that these sort of matter for our moral lives. Morality begins with the special and unique relationships that we have with each other, and the care responsibilities that are involved in many of these. For this slap at rationalism, care ethics deserves the A tier. But it also doesn't really seem to offer much guidance when faced with difficult moral issues, so B tier. You know what? It was all a joke.
Got him!
Obviously, moral facts don't exist. At least that's what error theory claims. When we make moral claims, these could in principle be true, but because there are no moral facts, they just happen to be always wrong. What a pathetic way of being. Always having moral discussions, always being wrong. Clear S tier. Speaking of there being no moral facts, Expressivism joins this side. But according to them, we don't even make truth-apt statements when we have moral discussions. We just express certain emotional attitudes and preferences. Saying you should help the poor is like saying, hooray, helping the poor. And saying you shouldn't kill others is nothing more than saying, boo, murder. So basically, we're constantly booing each other? Awesome theory, A tier. Okay, you know what? All of these theories have some appeal, don't they? So why not simply be a pluralist? Be virtuous, show care and compassion, be a Kantian, give cocaine to rats, listen to God's word, scream hooray and boo. Just pick the best of all worlds. Don't even worry that they give you contradicting claims about what you ought to do. Just go with whatever you feel. Pluralism gets an easy 8 here. And that's it. That's the objectively correct and not at all joking ranking of 10 of the most important ethical theories. What do you think about the ranking? Which theories did I miss? Let me know in the comments below.